Hi, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is a paid request for Te69 Spartan. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, whether it be a topic, tier list, ranking, review, re-review, thought streams, commentaries, whatever the case may be, video game playthrough, reaction, again, even if it's a re-review of a movie or just regular movie review, whatever the case. PayPal is the best way to do it. Do have a Cash App as well. Links are down below in the info box that I will get to as soon as I possibly can. For those who sent them, thank you. I do appreciate it. So Te69 Spartan wanted me to talk about Mufasa, the Lion King, the prequel that I guess was so needed that so far has made over, I don't know, 600 million worldwide. So I think it's considered a hit. Just, I read that apparently it needed 500 million worldwide to break even or be a hit, and it's made over 600. It definitely didn't make the first one, because the first one was over 1 billion. So it was definitely a trickle-down effect. Where to start with this film? Is it the fact that what a weird choice to get Barry Jenkins, who did Moonlight. Hey, that won an Oscar, so get an Oscar-winning director to do a Lion King prequel? Yeah, it didn't really work out. How the fact it's a prequel to a remake that, yes, it made 1 billion, but I don't ever hear anyone say they liked that remake. Oh, I really love the Lion King remake. I never hear that in the ether, in the universe. How about the fact that all these Disney remakes, or in this case prequels, so many of them are so soulless cash grabs. They ain't worth a pot to piss in. That they come out and some of them do make money, but then no one gives a fuck about them. They get my money. And I'm sitting there going, I just don't understand the appeal of movies that look like this. And to me, this was just so much they either copied from the original, well, I guess in this case, the remake original, how the hell you want to call it. The way the CGI looks, I think it looks so awkward. The way that you're supposed to have all these animals showing emotions, but because they're animals, a lot of times it's like a blank slate. Like a fucking Megan Fox. Like watch a bunch of Megan Foxes in the movie trying to act. Trying to be emotional and failing on that scale of fuck. Drinking some voltage raspberry this time, just because fuck it. But before I start on the movie, these Disney remakes, I know this is a prequel, but still is related to it. Once again, Disney are out of ideas, and on the one end, of course they keep doing this if they keep making money. Whether it's a big profit or a slim profit, if they keep making money, why would they not, as a business, keep churning this shit out? Churn it out, churn it out, churn it out. Because, hey, it made this, this, and this, so why not? That's why these films need to stop bombing hard. Like, I hope that Snow White one bombs hard. If I go on a tangent on that movie, it's going to take another 20 minutes. So maybe I'll wait. We'll see. So I'm sure someday I'll get requested that one. But whether it be Beauty and the Beast, which I thought was a lame remake. Great original, lame remake. Whether it be... I'm trying to remember them all. That Pinocchio one that went to streaming with Tom Hanks. Soulless cash grab. Awful movie. Whether it be the Jungle Book, which hell, there were 2 Jungle Books by like different places. And none of them were worth shit. And then you have the Lion King, that yes, I know made $1 billion. I don't know why. I guess parents just needed their kids to sit somewhere and be... I don't know. I don't fucking know. You could have done a lot more things, like take them through a fucking car wash or something. Let them wash the car themselves. Let them learn, goddammit. Take him to a fucking rodeo. I don't take him to the bar and get them drunk. Like Pinocchio in the original film. Take them wherever. Take them to Mardi Gras. I don't give a fuck where you take them, but it'd be better than these fucking Disney remakes. It's either superhero films or or remakes that Disney does a lot of. And this is just a soulless, worthless piece of shit. I don't like the way it looks, like the remake. And no one asked for a prequel. That's another thing. Did anyone say, I want to know the origin of Mufasa? I want to know how he got to where he was. And it wasn't that interesting of a story. It's either the story that felt very similar to the other fucking story that was already told, or stuff that's like, yeah, he met this person, and yeah, that person was there, and who gives a shit? And prequels, are there some that I don't mind? Sure. Hell, for those who say I hate every new film, Transformers 1 surprised me. That was a prequel. And funny enough, these two act like brothers and then turn on each other was done a hell lot better in that movie. I actually commend the way it was done than in this movie. Like, Transformers 1 surprised me. And I was hating on that trailer because it was a piss poorly done trailer. Horrible marketing. One of the reasons why that film failed. But I saw Transformers 1, it surprised me. I thought, yeah, while there's some nitpicks here and there, it was pretty good. Missing action to the beginning was not meant to be a prequel. It was meant to be the first film, but they thought the film sucked, so they made it the second, aka a prequel. Although I do like that film. But I'll put it 8 times out of 10, I'm not into prequels because I think we already know where the story's going. It's already predictable from the get-go. We already know this, and this will happen. And a lot of times, find out the origin of something is not that intriguing. Like Alien. Oh, we gotta find the origin of the space jockey. Great, it's an albino, bald fuckface who has some black goo they stole from the X-Files. Wasn't that interesting to me personally, in my opinion. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, I hated that fucking movie because that has one of the dumbest endings I've seen in a long time, where somehow Leatherface hides in his car I'm bigger than this car, and Leatherface hides his like 8-foot chainsaw and 5-foot fat ass body behind this car seat that's 2 inches wide, and someone maneuvers a goddamn chainsaw and somehow sneak attacks the chainsaw to this lady driving. Oh, I'm just like this big. I'm like, how the fuck did you even get the fucking chainsaw behind the cars, you stupid fucking movie? I know my friend Fabio likes that film. That's cool. Guess what? We can all like different films and still be friends. But I know he wasn't a fan of this movie. And same as me. Because, like, nothing about this prequel made me go, wow, that's interesting. Wow, so that's how it happened? It was more like, who gives a fuck? Okay, that was nothing. That was a nothing murder. Who gives a shit about that? I know I'm about 9 minutes in. Let me actually get to the movie itself. Otherwise, I'm going to go on other tangents, and this will be another 15 minutes before I get to the damn thing. So it starts with Simba, voiced by Donald Glover, and Nala, which I think is Beyoncé. They leave their daughter, who I believe is Beyoncé's daughter. Not her actual daughter, she's voiced the character. Which I think her real name is Blue. Like this? Like, why? Okay, I'm gonna tell you, why are you naming your daughter Blue? She don't be part of the Blue Man Group? Every time I meet her, I'm gonna go, hey, Blue, da-ba-dee, da-ba-da, da-ba-dee, da-ba-da. Each time you meet her, someone's seen that song. You're blue, da-ba-dee, da-ba-das. Maybe when she's in school. She hasn't done anything to me. I just think that's a really crappy name to give to someone, and she's lucky she's famous. Well, I don't know. I hope she doesn't get picked on for that stupid fucking name. Because, yes, I do think Blue... What, you named her after... What, you're a big fan of Jurassic World? You like that fucking raptor? Great, you named her after a fucking raptor. Hey, Blue. Did you think your dog would be a raptor? Great. Didn't even think about that. You named her after a fucking raptor. Okay. So I'll just call her Blue just because she's left with Timon and Pumbaa, which these incarnations of Timon and Pumbaa, like they were in the remake, are annoying. They're irritating. Seth Rogen is Pumbaa. I feel I want to take my balls and put them in his mouth for him to shut up and gobble them up like the gobbledygooker. Okay? Seth Rogen pisses ever since Santa Inc., which I forgot about, because a long time ago I did a video on the worst cartoons I ever saw. I completely forgot, and someone reminded me. I'm like, no wonder I forgot to put in the video, because it was like a sin to watch that fucking show. Sin. Like, you watch it, you might as well go to hell, because it'd be the same thing. And then, like, the Mutant Mayhem Ninja Turtle thing, he fucked that up. Fuck Seth Rogen. He's a bitch. And then Timon, the way this guy voices him, I know Nathan Lane was the original voice of Timon. This is like if Nathan Lane played his character from The Birdcage as Timon. So I'm sure this Timon sucks a lot of dick. Hey, you want to do that? Be my guest. But I'm sure he sucks Pumbaa's dick a lot. Nothing wrong with that. Just not my preference, but at least be honest about it. Stop hiding. So Rafiki tells the story of the grandfather Mufasa. Now Rafiki, his voice actor is one of the few things I could give a positive, because the actor, he was in The Ghost in the Darkness. He played the character Samuel. He was the guy helping out Val Kilmer at the end. I think he threw Val Kilmer the gun, which that's a decent film, The Ghost in the Darkness. So he was in that film, because I knew his voice sounded familiar. So, oh yeah, he was in The Ghost in the Darkness, okay. A much better movie in the, I'd rather watch about the landscape than this fucking thing. And Timon and Pumbaa is put in there just to, as they're telling the prequel story, every once in a while it goes back to this, for them to do their jokes. And I say jokes like that because they're not funny. They're about as funny as a funeral. They're about as funny as getting, I don't know, putting this up my ass. It would hurt, just like this hurts. Just pain and suffering. Just Timon and Pumbaa just annoying fucking twat waffles in this movie. Annoying as shit. And Mufasa, he's a cub. He's with his parents. The dad is Chief David. As soon as I say, oh, that's Chief David, he's gone. I'm like, wow, what a waste of Chief David. Such a great actor from They Live and John Carpenter's The Thing. And like literally he spends a minute with his parents. There's a flood on the land and he gets flooded out. Spoiler alert for the end, only the mom lives because men suck. And people think, oh, well, don't look too much into that. No, I did it. Not everything. When you look for wokeness and stuff and everything, sometimes you'd be stretching it, or sometimes it'd be a bit of a stretch. But then there are some movies that do merit that discussion. This does, for a couple reasons I'll get into. Is everything? No, I don't think so. But are there some things still? Yes. In my opinion, yes. Oh yeah, they first start off, you hear James Earl Jones. In remembrance of James Earl Jones. But then you, like the guy you cast as Mufasa, okay, as a cub, he sounds one thing. But then when he's grown up, nothing about this actor brought the gravitas, the power, the commanding voice of James Earl Jones. I'm sitting there going, really? You couldn't find someone that even has a vibe of James Earl Jones' commanding voice? The guy who voices Mufasa grown up sounds bland, sounds stale, sounds boring. Milk toast. So he's separated from the pride, he's separated from his family. So, okay, a cub that's away from his family, that meets some other people, then later gets friends, has a big battle at the end. Wow, this sounds familiar. This sounds like the first fucking movie. So he's on the river. He meets Taka, who is a cub from another pride. He's a cub that sooner or later will be teen. And he saves Simba. Now, Taka's dad says, we don't like strays. I'm going to eat you. The mom's like, stop that shit. You know, she doesn't say that. I wish she did. I wish this was that kind of film. Stop that bullshit. You guys have a race, and we'll see if you're worth it. Taka lets him win, because Taka always wanted a brother. Now listen, anybody with any sense will figure out that Taka will be Star. Does he really hone in on, oh, brothers, I love a brother, and then of course later on, gonna be evil and fuck you over. Taka. More like Tata shit. Maybe I should call him that, Tata shit. So he means Tata shit. And I don't understand why, almost said Simba. Might as well, because if you look at Mufasa and Simba as cubs, they look all fucking same. And then, again, with the whole thing of doing this, that's another thing. They keep calling these live action films. What is live action? Nothing is fucking live action. It's still animation. Just CGI animation. You're still an animated movie. So what is the point of this? You're not even live action. There's nothing live action about this. Everything is fake. Everything is CGI. The fucking water is CGI. The fucking land is CGI. All the animals are CGI. Nothing is live in this live action movie. So why the fuck are you calling yourself that? You're still animated. When you're doing CG animation, animation is still the part of that. So it's still animation. So great, you took an anime movie, you made another anime movie, only the new anime movie looks shittier than the older anime movie. Because the older anime movie I could watch from 1994, it still looks good, with great songs, and I still think that's one of Disney's best films, the 1994 The Lion King. These movies ain't worth shit. They don't be remembered, and again, why would you, if you have a kid, okay, you have this very colorful, beautifully drawn movie, and where they really show their emotions and sadness and anger, or you have these CGI abominations that can't elicit emotion, that again, like Megan Fox trying to act, it don't work out. So what is the fucking point? Nostalgia. That's why. Oh, I'm sorry, I got on that tangent. I was going to ask, why doesn't Mufasa, not Simba, why doesn't he just go back around and go down the fucking river to find his parents? Because he was on a river. He was drifting in a direction. He looks. The river is going that way. Why don't you go that way? Because you came from that way, and go that way to find your parents, which is that way. I don't know where to go. You know where home is? Okay, you were in the water. You were on the river. It pushed you one way. Go back the other way then. You don't even try to search for your parents. You gutless trash, pussy. It's like, it's too far. I'm too lazy. I guess I'll have this family now. You lazy fuck. Great, Mufasa's a lazy fuck. Well, you can't have him go out on his own. Simba did in the original movie when he ran away. Because he thought it was his fault that his dad was died, and then Scar kind of messed with his mind, and he ran off. But his Mufasa's more of a pussy. The songs suck. They're terrible. Tate shit sings about how he always wanted a brother. And he says, my brother. Always wanted a brother. It's brother, not brother. There's an in there. You're a goddamn lion. Growl. Grr, now brother. Brother. Always wanted a brother. I always wanted a brother. Okay, brother fucker. Sucker ducker mucker, brother. Take this shit. He sucks. And then you don't even get a lot of time development of them as brothers. It's just they're messing around and all of a sudden they're grown. All of a sudden they're grown up. And Mufasa's with the females because, as they put it, the females get to hunt. And the males, all they do is sleep. Because the males suck and the women rule. And the reason that Tate shit is such a worthless piece of shit is that he was with his dad, who is a worthless piece of shit, who literally at one point sleeps and says, we sleep, that's what we do. We protect our pride while we're sleeping. He said something like that. So the reason Mufasa is so great is that he's with the women, and he's with his women intuition, and he could sense flowers and sense stuff far away, and animals far away, because the women do it. Because the women are the better ones. Because when you're in touch with the women's side, then you're a winner. And it's like, well, I know a lot of people said that lionesses do all the hunting, but if you actually look into it, a lot of male lions do the hunting as well, especially bigger stuff like buffalo. In fact, some people say, yeah, it's a bit of a myth that the lionesses all do the hunting. In fact, there's a lot of people that will look at stuff and go, well, actually a lot of the males do the hunting too. But again, you have to have guys be pussies. Just like at the end of the film, yeah, Dad Chief David was a pussy. He had to die, but the mom lived because she was tougher. Yeah. And then the Tate shit, who was with the guys, he became a worthless, sniveling, two-faced bitch. But the guy who's more in touch with women and more understanding with women and grew up with the women, he's the guy who will succeed. He's the guy who will be the king. Because fuck the guys. I know people may say I'm pushing it. That's a stretch. But I see like a lot of these other things. Like the bad guys are albino, like white lions. I'm like, okay. Interesting that the villains are white. Also, I love how Disney wants to talk about diversity when like everybody in the cast that are the main players are black. Except the villain, Matt Mikkelsen, who is white. Unless they're like remains from the other film, Zazu or Timon and Pumbaa. But everybody else. I mean, even the original, James Earl Jones was the dad. And I hate that I'm speaking this way, and I'm talking this way, but this is what Disney has done to so many people. Is that they lecture so many people about how this is this and this is that, and you need to feel bad for this, you need to feel bad for that. Now, whether it was in there intentionally or not, now we're always thinking about that shit. That yes, it should not matter. The story should matter. The characters should matter. But the characters ain't worth a shit in this. The story ain't worth a shit in this. The story is almost the same goddamn story as the previous fucking film. The characters ain't worth shit. It's predictable. You know Take shit is going to be star within 5 seconds. You know where it's going. You know Mufasa's not going to die. You know Zazu's not going to die. You know Rafiti's not going to die. Because they're in the next fucking film. You know Take shit is going to get a star. Thus he'll be star. You know where this is going. So then what is the fucking point? So because there's nothing else going on of interest, then you think about all this other stuff that Disney's trying to brainwash you into, thinking one way or another. And hell, you know what? If they all want to do that, fine. It shouldn't be a big deal. But then don't fucking like put stuff in that's like, yeah, the women are the better ones, and the villains are the white lions. Well, you're looking too much into it. I can't help but do that because Disney has like taught people to look into that stuff repeatedly, whether it was Star Wars, Marvel, or other stuff. When they have this pattern, now you keep seeing a pattern whether it's there or not because they've literally have been lecturing you on it for so many years that now, like you're seeing stuff whether it's there or not. And since they've done it in the past, it's like, well, they've done it in the past, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do it now. Because back in the day, we didn't think about that shit, believe it or not. One of my favorite films is Predator 2. Right here, guess what? It stars a guy who happens to be black. It also has Marita Conchita Alonso. It also has Ruben Blades, who are of Hispanic. You also have Bill Paxton and Gary Busey. Pretty damn diverse cast. I loved it because I thought it was an awesome movie with great characters and great action and a lot of cool shit. That's what we thought back to the day. That's what we all thought back to the day. That's what I thought back to the day with Predator 2 and other stuff. But now you have to, what is that? Are they doing this for that? Because you kept fucking doing it year after year after year. So now, like, even trying to enjoy a film, now you wonder if there's some other stuff you're doing with it. Because you can't just have entertainment anymore. Because you had for years to try to lecture people, well, you suck because of this. I didn't do a goddamn fucking thing to you, so don't fucking lecture me about it, motherfucker. I didn't do shit to women. I didn't do shit to someone who's black. I didn't do shit of anything. Stop lecturing people. And as for the story itself, it just ain't worth a fuck. So then your mind wonders as to what the hell else to talk about. You have terrible fucking songs. You have, again, the males, we sleep while the women do all the work. It keeps cutting from the story to go back to Timon and Pumbaa being more unfunny and unfunnier and unfunniest, saying, let's try to sing our song of Hakuna Matata, and it gets stopped. Thank God, because they don't know how to sing. Mufasa saves his adopted mom from the albino lion clan, called the Outsiders. Great. Is it Hall, Nash, and Hogan? The Outsiders. Mads Mikkelsen, which of course he's been a villain in a lot of other movies, he wants revenge because when Mufasa saved his adopted mother, he killed one of the lions, and it was Mads Mikkelsen's son. So he wants revenge. So the parents tell Mufasa and Taytishid to leave while we'll stay here. We'll stay here. But then they just get killed because I guess none of them can fight for shit. So I guess it was the Pussy Clan. They just died very quickly and easily. Which is funny, because a bunch of animals, including giraffe, were able to tip the shit out of these lions, but not this pride. And I don't buy Mads Mikkelsen's character singing the song. Like, he's supposed to be this sinister character, but then throughout the song goes, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye? Like a little kid? Why the fuck is this villain that's supposed to be so nasty, he's murdering people, but he's going, bye-bye? Do you think Jeremy Irons in 1994 as Scar singing the song going, bye-bye, baby? Or Jafar in the original Aladdin, bye-bye? Really? Bye-bye? Bye-bye? That was so fucking stupid and laughable. Like a little kid, bye-bye? What the fuck? So Mufasa and Tati shit go off a waterfall. They meet a female lion. They also meet Zazu and Rafiki. The voices, again, other than the one who played Rafiki, the other voices didn't give a shit about. John Oliver, don't give a shit about him. Tati shit likes the girl. He's like, hey Mufasa, what should I do about her? And he's like, just listen to her. Just listen to her. They wander around. They get found out. There's a stampede of elephants. Mufasa saves the female lion, but then lies and says Tati shit did it. And I guess this really does tell you, this is the lesson, folks. Pussy will fuck with you. Okay? Whether with brothers or friends, pussy will fuck with you. Because literally, Take a shit, knew this girl for what, 3 days? And because he couldn't get laid, because he couldn't get his fucking lion dick wet, because the pussy fucks you. It is literally here, which is Pussy the lion and Pussy actual pussy. So, met the bitch 3 days ago, and I guess because the bitch ain't in heat and the bitch don't want him, the bitch is just a bitch to him, and he hates his brother, and now wants to kill them all. Because he didn't get laid, because he turned any pussy in 3 days. Yeah, I knew this bitch for 3 days. He didn't give me any pussy. Well, fuck everybody. Guess we gotta kill them all. You don't even know if it's good pussy, you simp. Granted, I don't want to know whether lion is good or bad pussy, but take this shit. You don't even know if it's good pussy. What if it's smelly pussy? Worthless pussy? Diseased pussy? What if she, like, dipped it in mud and got a bunch of bugs and shit in the pussy? You don't even know it's good pussy. How you know about that, take the shit? You didn't get none of it, you simp. What if you did all this, you got the girl go, wow, this is some bad pussy. Jeez, that's a bad pussy. Jeez, that's a bad pussy. Because the echo. Maybe she's got fucked every other way since Sunday, and then you're line number 9. Take it to love potion number 9. And realize, wow, you put it in, you almost fell in through, like there's a hole in the earth. So you don't even know it's good pussy, you simp. Fucking bitch. So take his shit, goes over to Mads Mikkelsen and them, and they immediately believe this. What if, like, he's lying? He's full of it? A trap? But I guess Mads Mikkelsen, his character read the script and said, nah, this is the point where we believe him, and said, yeah, he's not leading us into a trap. Yeah, he's not lying to us. Yeah, lying? I know. So they get to where they need to go, which, by the way, is Pride Rock. Oh, yeah, they give the origin of how Pride Rock became Pride Rock. There's this battle, and then something happens, there's a bunch of rumbling, and rocks fall, and then there's Pride Rock. So, yeah, because we need an origin of Pride Rock. The lions come in, the white lions, and Mufasa gives like a 30-second speech that somehow, like, they don't know who this guy is. They're like, you brought these folks to us. You're the reason they're trying to kill us. It's your fault. But we don't listen to you for 3 seconds. Go, all right, okay, USA. Okay, USA, let's go fight. Because of a 30-second fucking speech? If someone ran in here and gave a 30-second speech, I'd be like, who the fuck are you? And do you want to die? I don't know how I'm going to kill him with this, but maybe I'll fill it with Clorox. After I drink this, then I fill it with Clorox and put it down his throat. I don't know. So instead, big battle happens. But you can't give much details because they can't be too mean. They can't be too rough. You can't see a whole lot because it's still a kid's movie. So it's like a battle happening, but I don't really get a lot of details of how they're defeating the lions. Mufasa's fighting Mads Mikkelsen. For all of a sudden, Take the Shit has a change of heart. Jumps in, gets hit. It's like, dude, you were so gung-ho about this. Now all of a sudden you're not. And then Mufasa, Mads Mikkelsen fall into the water. He kicks him off. Something lands on Mads Mikkelsen in the water. Goes down to the depths. He climbs up. The battle is won. People praise him. Then Take the Shit starts trying to sound like, not Jeremy Irons, but like, then his voice starts kind of trying to change. Oh, you just called me Scar. So I'm like, okay, wait a minute. So you save him because, and you even tell the guy, please don't kill him. Okay, just don't kill him. But now later on, after being Scar, you're like, yeah, I'm going to just kill his ass. Is there like just this shifting kind of, his character thinks this way, now his character thinks this way, now he's this, now he's this, now he's this, just because the plot says so. Not because it makes sense, not because it's decent writing. I'm not asking for Oscar caliber writing, but halfway decent writing. And then his mom is alive because Chief David's character had to die because he's a guy. He's the dad. Can't have good father figures. Nope, father figures, fuck that shit. And at the end of the day, it goes back to the present time. Simba and Nala had another kid. And the blue grows up and roars. And then the movie's over, thank fucking God, and never have to watch this fucking film again. Never have to watch this film again, thank God. It was worthless, it was soulless, it was a waste of time. Whatever money it made, it doesn't matter, because it won't be remembered a year from now. This will be one of those quizzes. Oh yeah, there was a prequel to that. That's right. I guarantee that's what's going to happen. So that will be remembered. They'll probably try to milk it again. I would not be surprised if they try to do a sequel. The Lion King 2. Electric Boogaloo, I don't know. Or something. I mean, they're going to keep cranking these out until they get enough big, humongous bombs. I mean, like, big bombs. Before we go, yeah, let's take a break. Let's, like, try to fix this mess that we have of a company right now. In which we're losing money. Granted, they still have enough money to last a while. So that's the thing. They're not going out of business. And you know, I've said that, like, do I want them to go out of business? Not for the people that it's not their fault. They're hired to do a job, and they're told what to do, and they have no say-so on it. The higher-ups, sure, you fire them, because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. And this director, I didn't see Moonlight. I didn't give a shit to see it. But, like, they hired him for a certain reason. They didn't hire him to make an entertaining movie, to make a movie that is just there for fun and excitement, because none of that was in this. Just more like propaganda bullshit. This movie sucks. Hey, you may say this review sucks, but at least it's not 2 hours like that piece of shit movie. Tired of these Disney remakes, prequel remakes, however you want to call it, man. Again, no one wanted to hear the story of Mufasa. And then when you see the story of Mufasa, it's almost the same damn movies you had before. Nothing about this go, wow, so glad I know that. Rafiki, his backstory, he was in the trees. He says, I'm leaving, bitches. Deuces. I'm gonna go see my brother. Then, oh yeah, my brother died long ago. You're my brother, Mufasa. You're my brother. Oh, I'm sorry, brother. Brother. Like the one fucking song. Brother. The songs are terrible. I hate the look of the film. Again, this whole live action, but everything's CGI, and it just... this gloss over it. The voice acting, I'll give it to the guy who played Rafiki. I think he was in the first one. That's it. Everyone else either sounds bland, or unfunny, or getting a paycheck, or by the numbers. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now. Fuck this movie.